Okay. Stephen Swartz. All right, he's going to explain. You know, one of the agencies that I personally can't stand is down in Orange County. If you're not in Orange County, you should know about this. This is the, what is this called? It's got a wacky name, the Transportation Corridor Agency. TCA. And they're in charge of all those toll roads, which charge a fortune. And remember a few years ago, we did stories about people who'd be driving on one of these toll roads, and then they took away the toll booths. And if you didn't have a transponder, they would charge you money and then take a picture of your license plate, send you a bill, and if you didn't pay it right away, the bill blew up into hundreds of dollars. And you had to pay it right away, and you had to know what website to go to, and it was just and that was the thing Todd Spitzer always lamely defending. And I kept saying, why don't you just put a toll booth up for people who are traveling through? Because we got hit with it once going to Pageant of the Masters.
Well, it never happened, did it?
Anyway, no, he's lucky we gave him 5 minutes about his run for what is he now? I forgot.
DA,
District Attorney, right? Lucky we gave him 5 minutes for that because he never put in the toll booth back, and that's what he should have done. Well, this TCA agency is now wasting lots of public money on consultants. They're trying to convince people to extend Route 241. And these consultants are charging $185 an hour just to read the news. So we're going to learn all about this now with Stephen Swartz, the mayor of San Clemente. Stephen, how are you?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. By the way, there aren't very few fans of the TCA down here in San Clemente. I can just let you know that.
It seems like some kind of monster agency.
Well, tell the listeners, though, specifically, who may not know the story, why there's not a lot of fans in San Clemente of the TCA.
Well, basically, for 30 years almost, they've been talking about, connecting the need to connect the 241 down to the 5, and they want to connect it at the south end of San Clemente. Unfortunately, they just never got around to doing that, and San Clemente has gone over the last 3 decades and grown, from 30,000 to 65,000 people. We have a lot more space taken up, and then they were in a battle with some environmentalists that didn't want it to infringe down on the south end of town, where there was concerns from some exposure in the park and the surf area down there. So then they were in a 10-year battle, and that got settled in the last couple of years, where they basically paid off the environmental group $30 million plus in the settlement to them and their attorneys, and as a trade-off, the environmentalists were going to support the toll road and its concrete structure to come through any of our other canyons to connect to the 5 freeway. The problem with that is the only canyons that are there are the canyons that were already left there as an offset for other development done in our town. And these canyons also happen to be pretty fragile areas. By the way, there are also ancient landslides. They're moving, as you can tell by some news. We every now and then we have some crumbling on the PCH.
Nice.
So they can't build where they thought they were going to build, and now they want to force it down our throat, and basically tear down businesses, tear down homes that were built, and they do a flyover our high school's football field to connect to the 5.
So they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on consultants to try to convince the public to extend this 241 freeway?
No, they're spending millions of dollars. $3 million a year to the consultants just to read the news.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk more about it, Stephen. Hang on. Stephen Swartz is the mayor of San Clemente. He's with us. The El Segundo Times did a story here. It was headlined, "While you sit in traffic, these tollway consultants charge the public $185 an hour for reading news." And it's a pretty good story, and I remember we've known about this going back on the John and Ken show from when we were in New Jersey, that they actually had like a public relations firm for the toll roads in New Jersey. It's like absurd what some of these government operatives do in the name of, we need consultants to help us with the messaging on our tollway. More coming up.
John and Ken, KFI, Deborah Mark has more.
Orange County.